All right, good morning, Coach Slack on his morning prayer walk. Happy Easter to all those who celebrate today. As an Orthodox Christian, today is my Palm Sunday, and so next Sunday, would be what we celebrate as the equivalent in the Western society they call Easter. In the Eastern Christian community, they call it Pascha, which translated somewhat says means Passover. So the Lord's Passover, from temporary life unto eternal life. So for all the people celebrating Easter today, and including many of my own family, Christ is risen. So anyhow, I want to give a couple replies real quick this morning. I've been getting a lot of messages back, which I appreciate greatly. It encourages me. But first and foremost, Aiden, who kind of started this whole thing with me, one of my young students, I think it was yesterday, he did a bunch of bent rows on the bench with a barbell, horizontal barbell rows, and then he did some one-arm dumbbell rows inclined on the bench. So that was excellent. Those are great back exercises and kind of inspired today's workout. I'm going to incorporate some bent rows, and I'm also going to do some pullovers. I'm going to do my superset that I like to do, and then we'll go from there. And I also want to say, reply to Buzz, who mentioned the trail, the fitness trail. I would love someday, God willing, we'll hit that together. And I look forward to it. And in the meantime, I was thinking I'll continue to create this, and then when this is all over, I'll get a bunch of my students and maybe you and some of the guys, and including your grandsons, and we'll hit the Coach Slack's exercise forest here. We'll go up and down once. So let me get into the exercises real quick. Superset, pullovers, and bent rows. So real quick. Enjoy the sounds and scenery as always. Alright, losing all my equipment here. Those actually felt really good. Using the bench there, of course, and supporting my back, coming pretty deep, nice and slow and controlled, not bouncing at the bottom. Coming up, no need to go past the chin. Good friend of mine, I lifted with a while back, taught me that one, because pullovers can be dangerous if you bounce at the bottom, putting undue stress on your shoulders. And then if you go past your chin, there's no need. So thanks, Tom. Okay, so some bent rows here. All right, whew, not bad. All right, good stuff. So real quick, that's a superset, and you can hit multiple sets of that. I'm gonna try to save the length of the video, but as I was walking down and I was thinking about replying to Aiden and Buzz and the rest of the guys, and yesterday, 2 days ago, I was talking to a friend on the phone from California. Well, yesterday I called my friend in Florida, one thing about reaching out and contacting friends and family during these times is it keeps the community, makes them feel less lonely, a lot of people, but also you can get a perspective. Even in times of not quarantine and lockdown, reach out to the people who have different political views, different religious backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds, and gain their perspective too. It's very important. We're talking about Easter. Christ was a very balanced person. I mean, he told the truth. He is the truth, the way, but he also, was not aggressive in belittling others. He always dealt with everything with love, and that's important. But anyway, I talked to my friend from Florida yesterday, had a great conversation with him. And it reminded me of a sermon. I think it's on YouTube by Father Yakovos, and he's in Simonos Petra Monastery in Mount Athos. I think the lecture's somewhere else, but I've met him there a few times. The library there is the best I've ever been in. We'll talk about that more another day. But he gives this great sermon, and he's actually talking about a lesson that his elder, who recently reposed, Elder Emilianos, said, and it goes something like this. And you have to look it up. Elder Yakovos. Giving a sermon on, his elder said to him, he said one day, he said, Father, he said, do you know why your eyes are on the front of your face? And he said, well, I'm sure I could come up with some ideas, but please, why don't you just tell me? And he said, okay. He said, I will tell you. He said, God put our eyes on the front of our face so that we could see others and not see ourselves. And that's an important lesson. It's important to understand, like, we have to try such in vain to see ourselves. We create mirrors, cell phones, these kind of things to try to kind of view ourselves artificially. But let's use our eyes for the purpose they were given to us, to see others and to see where we can help. And if everyone does that, the world can be a much better place. So stay strong, stay stable, stay safe. I love you. Bye.